Welcome back to Austin News TV, and today we're going to first look at Roma director lifts lid on how Granit Xhaka really felt about nearly leaving Arsenal, and then we're going to look at the Qatari takeover with the reasons behind the social media hype train giving hope to Arsenal fans. So the first transfer headline states that Roma director lifts lid on how Granit Xhaka really felt about nearly leaving Arsenal. So the reports are stating that Granit Xhaka was linked with an Arsenal transfer exit over the summer, with Roma apparently interested. Granit Xhaka denied a transfer to Roma by Arsenal despite wanting the move, a director at the Serie A club has claims. Xhaka was linked to the switch to join Jose Mourinho's side, but eventually signed a new contract to keep him at the Emirates Stadium until 2024. The midfielder has endured a tough start to the season, with Arsenal struggling in their opening 3 Premier League matches. Mikel Arteta's side have suffered defeats in each of their games so far and sit bottom of the top flight at the first international break of the campaign. Successive 2-0 reverses against newly promoted Brentford and London rivals Chelsea placed Mikel Arteta under serious pressure to turn the club's form around. They were then thumped 5-0 by Manchester City, a game in which Granit Xhaka was sent off for a 2-footed lunge on João Cancelo. A 6-0 victory over youthful West Brom side in the EFL Cup offered some respite, but Arteta's job remains on the line. Granit Xhaka has started all 4 matches in all competitions, suggesting that he remains a key player under Mikel Arteta despite the summer speculation. However, Roma director Thiago Pinto has suggested that the 28-year-old was keen to join Mourinho at Roma. He would have had a far better start to the new season, as Mourinho has won both of his opening games in charge. The market is closed, and today I had fun because we bought so many players, but everyone asked me about the midfielder, Pinto said, as reported by Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio. Everyone knows we were after Xhaka. He wanted to come to Roma, but also didn't release him. It's my regrets for this transfer market. Granit Xhaka, who has tested positive for coronavirus while on international duty, was heavily criticised for his role in Arsenal's thrashing by Manchester City. The Gunners were already 2-0 down when the Swiss lunged into City fullback Cancelo. Referee Martin Atkinson showed him a straight red card. It means that he'll be suspended for 3 domestic matches once his self-isolation period has ended. However, Granit Xhaka slammed Martin Atkinson's decision to send him off when interviewed while away with the Switzerland national team. After such a false start, you get criticised. That is normal and part of it. Every player has to accept that, Granit Xhaka told news agency Keystone SDA. Regarding the red card, brutally surprising. In connection with the Premier League, people often speak about English toughness. I got the ball 100% and got a red card. The pictures were not checked by the VAR. I've seen tougher tackles that weren't even rated as fouls. Do I get prejudged? I don't know. I don't want to even judge that. I won't let myself be driven crazy about it. I can't undo anything anyway. All I can do is look ahead. Xhaka will miss Premier League matches Norwich City and Burnley and the EFL Cup tie against AFC Wimbledon. So it looks like Roma director lifts lid on how Granit Xhaka really felt about nearly leaving Arsenal, and there is truth that Xhaka did want to move to Roma and Arsenal are maybe lying. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of news, which states that Qatari takeover and the reasons behind the social media hype train giving false hope to Arsenal fans. So the reports are stating that the likelihood of a Qatari takeover at Arsenal is heavily questioned in the interview with sports journalist and expert Ben Jacobs. The Arsenal fans' relationship with owners Stan and Josh Kroenke of KSC is fractious, to say the least. Protests have been regular in number but inconsistent in attendance owing to a lack of organisation. The calls for a takeover are many, but the likelihood of such an occurrence is very slim. The last genuine attempt to buy the Gunners came earlier this year, as Daniel Ek, CEO of Spotify, proposed an offer believed to be in the region of £1.8 billion. This was knocked back, with the Swedish entrepreneur detailing that Josh Kroenke had simply replied, "We don't need the money." Yet another 8th place finish, and the animosity between the fans, especially on social media, and the Kroenke family has never been greater. Therefore, when a verified account of the former Qatari president of Club Al Arabi, Khalifah bin Hamad Al Thani, began tweeting cryptic messages about the Arsenal, it sent large proportions of the fan base into a meltdown of pleas for it to be true. The team recently spoke to Qatari football experts Mitch Freely and Ahmed Hashim, who both concurred this was most likely a social media ploy. Freely described it all as for show. However, this has not stopped supporters from continuing to hope for a bid, and therefore further investigation into the likelihood of an Arsenal Qatari takeover was necessary. Ben Jacobs, a sports journalist with years of expertise in the field, has stated several reasons as to why such a takeover would not happen. Jacobs opened by firstly breaking down the blunt reality of a fanware spawned from what is simply a tweet on social media. The main reason a Qatari takeover of Arsenal won't happen is there is no substance to the talk beyond a guilt tweet from Sheikh Khalifah bin Hamad Al Thani, explains Jacobs. He does have royal links and is the former president of Al Arabi, so there is some football pedigree there too. Yet, he has been nowhere near the personal wealth to buy Arsenal. Any takeover would also go through Qatar Sports Investments, and if Al Thani knew of or was part of such a bid, he won't be tweeting cryptic clues. QSI are very secretive and rarely allude to investments until they are 100% done. The second insight is a bitter pill for Arsenal supporters to hear, however it is bluntly true. Arsenal's value as a club is arguably the worst it has been since KSC became involved in 2007. There is no real value in buying Arsenal, Jacob says. A prospective Qatari owner would be inheriting a strong but relatively restrictive ban for what they'd want to use it for and ultimately paying above the odds. Stan Kroenke seemingly wants at least £2.15 billion, so would stand to make a cool £1.15 billion profit if successful. No Qatari investor or group like Qatar Sports Investments would pay that kind of price simply for vanity's sakes. For that kind of money, they'd want to inherit a side capable of qualifying regularly and quickly for the Champions League, and they'd expect to inherit a team built for Europe rather than have to spend millions more in order to get there. So the Qatari takeover situation looks very interesting. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal performs at the end of this season. If you want to see more daily videos from Arsenal News TV, make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the like button so I know if you enjoyed the video, and share the video to your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the videos on the screen and I'll see you there.